Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another stream or video. I don't know whether this is archived or not. And finally, I'm going to get back to playing Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I haven't done this in quite a while. I think it's been a month or two. If you ask me why I decided to stop playing, a mix of procrastination, not having the time with quarantine schoolwork, although that's long gone now because school is over for me, and well, not over, but for a period of time, and yeah, basically I just yep, I finally made it back. This hasn't been a name I've heard in a long time. Yeah, that's more or less the quote. And, yeah, I'll finally get back to playing it. So, yeah. Hopefully, you're like, sure, I'll install the update. Why not? Yeah, just one more component. This needs to be updated all the time, but yeah. Oh, and I'll share this with Harper. Not Harper. George Costanza is his name on here now. And he wishes to not be called by that. And, yeah. Let's continue, right? 55, if that's how long it actually, no, it goes way down. Okay, alright, I'll just give it a second. But the next time I do this, I swear, I'm not gonna wait for this. Because, yeah, people come here to watch the stream, not to watch me wait for it. I mean, they can skip ahead, of course. It's just that, I prefer if I could get right into it. Unknown timer may... Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna... It's not even a next time thing. I'm just gonna stop. Yes, alright. Finish. So yeah, I'll update it the next time I get in, but right now I can work without messy desktop. Alright, thank you for this information. I needed to know. Yeah, I hate it when people do that to me, but yeah, it is a messy desktop, but I don't know. I guess I just don't care to clean it. Like that's the thing, is that I can find it, and that's really all all that matters to me. But yeah, I'm gonna be playing this, and yeah, let's hope that nothing has accidentally been deleted. Nope, it's working fine. Well, but first I need to... It's been a while. It's gone to the old way of showing things, so yeah, there we go. Yeah. And I plan on finishing the entire game in like 10 episodes for the next 10 days. Alright, continue. Which is court, alright. So yeah, for the next 10 days and 10 episodes, I'm gonna be playing this game. Because I just I want to get this done so I can move on to Danganronpa and the actual important Ace Attorney games. Because this is a spin-off, and a spin-off in the sense that it has nothing to do with the other games. It's not even accepted as canon, so I don't really need to play it, which is why I kind of want to get this over with. But, you know, it's been fun so far. I just gotta, yeah, I just want to get it done quickly, because there's other stuff I should be focusing on. I'm doing well, just playing a game at the moment, but yeah. And I apologize if in the next, really all streams, I won't read certain messages. Originally I would read everything I get, but now it's getting to a point where I need to focus more on the games, so yeah. But yeah, enough chat, let's actually get this done. And for once, I'm actually going to have to read what's here, because I haven't played this in, like, 70 days or something like that. This is it, Maya's trial. We were finally able to make some headway in the case. What? Alright. I forgot how to even use this. Seems like they're trying to accuse her of that other incident, too. We're dealing with one tough customer. This game is where Bill Cosby jokes were made. Yep. The real culprit is a witch. That much I'm certain of. But the question is, who? I think I know the answer. The butler did it. Jean Greer. If they think I'm going to let them take Maya, they've got another thing coming. Alright then. In that case, I will ask the defense to show us proof. And since I was told to do so in Danganronpa, I'll try to give every character a somewhat unique voice. This will involve a lot of poor British, and yeah, it won't be my best effort, but yeah. Since I did it on Danganronpa, I might as well do it here. Yeah, and people watching this back, all archived, probably need to know that. Do have proof that the witch could have used Godor to kill Sir Belduc. Wait, Godor. I completely forgot what all these used. Godor. Creates a portal on two sides of green-colored walls. The portal will disappear after 5 minutes. Okay. Alright, so I need proof besides...
Take that!
No, wait, no. Your vocal cord... I don't care. This evidence is meaningless. Just like your very existence, you could say. Huh? You're all talk. Your assertion is worthless. Just like me, very existence, you could say. What? Here's proof, said Sir Knight in blue, but his argument's been proven untrue. Being publicly ridiculed and treated like dirt. Now you know what it feels like too, eh? Ah! The culprit conjured up a small magic portal in that room. And made use of it to carry out the crime. I'm sure it was possible. There's evidence that made it blatantly obvious. Mr. Wright, let's think about this circumstance at the crime scene, and then give it another go. Okay. In that case, I will ask the defense to show us proof. Do you have proof that the witch could have used Godor to kill Sir Belduc? Okay, so it's not this. Wait, is it this? I don't know. It's not it, isn't it? Nope. Alright, just... Alright, I need a hint. If I even have room for hints. Oh, and I need to remember. It's called the Grand Grimoire. I'm a person who actually cares about the pronunciation of things, so that's important to me. Sure, here's my hint coin. Alright. It can be this. It can be this. It can be this. And it can be this. Alright, you can only use a hint once, so I'll present this.
Take that!
And it's it. It's it. The judge looks like Karl Marx with less hair, oh my. I'd like you to take a look at these. Aren't those the court illustrator's sketches? As you can see from the sketch, the victim was seated at his desk when he was murdered. And what can you see right behind the victim? A small landscape painting. Thank you, Inquisitor. But there's one more point of note. Look closely at the painting. Do you notice anything behind it? Oh, I see it. The wall behind it had already been painted green. Which means the witch could have used the portal... spell there 3 months ago. I'm not really sure if I can settle on a voice for the judge. It'll probably vary a lot, so yeah.
Objection!
One moment, my lord. Consider how small that portal would have been. Could a witch have passed through it? I think not.
Objection!
Of course, the witch would not be able to go right through it. However, yeah, the screen went black for a second. Black, yeah, right. Yeah. And I think for... I forgot his name, but, oh yeah, Barnum. For Barnum, I'm gonna, like, be doing, like, a midway between, like, my voice and Byakuya's voice, where it won't be as deep, and I'll probably focus on the British a bit more, and, yeah, I don't know. They'll still probably both sound like the same voices, I just want to kind of, yeah. Sorry I was late, it's fine. I have a feeling I'm kind of doing a repeat of some stuff, because I didn't save at the right point, so it's not like it matters that much. If you look at the distance between the portal and the victim, you'll notice that the victim, Sir Belduke, was sitting just an arm's length from where the portal would have been. I was about to say Purtle. The witch did not have to enter the room at all. All she had to do was reach through with her arms in order to strangle Sir Belduke, who was sitting right under the painting. Order, Inquisitor Barnum. What say you to that? A fascinating theory, Sir Blue Knight. But there is a notable contradiction within it. Where would that be? Tell me, why do you think we concluded that Familia had been used, have been used, good lord? We had a certain reason for it, of course. And what was that reason exactly? The crime scene had been tampered with. How so? Imagine the circumstances of Sir Belduke's death, and it should become obvious, even to you. The victim was choked to death. And yet there were no signs of a struggle. Highly improbable, don't you think? What are you getting at? Think about it. Can you imagine anyone just sitting back and letting themselves be strangled? Clearly there should be evidence of a struggle. And since we haven't found any, that must mean the killer erased all traces of a fight from the crime scene. Indeed, that would be the logical conclusion. Now, surely it would be impossible to do any such thing had the witch only reached inside through a portal. In order to cover up the evidence she left behind, the witch had to have used a familiar. I forgot what a familiar is. Without doing so, there would have been no point in using the spell Godor. Objection! Miss Greyhawk could have done it. She might have been able to tamper with the crime scene. What are you talking about? The morning of the crime, from the time Miss Grey Earl and that guy entered the study, until the arrival of the Knights of the Inquisition, there was a window of time in which she had the opportunity to do so. Tristan Foss does British accent for 10 hours, the game, indeed. Because pretty much everyone here, besides Phoenix and Maya, is British. I mean, think about it. Actually, yeah, I'm right. They're the only two people who aren't British. Everyone else is. We need to look into what happened in that window. It seems we may be in need of another testimony. Witnesses testify about what happened in the time between the body being found and the Knights of the Inquisition arriving. These is the anime that has piqued my interest. Ah. You mean this? Okay. I'm gonna save this then. Oh my. No, I do not. Sure thing. Ask me anything. I'll tell you all you need to know. I need... Cockney would be better for him, but I don't know how to do Cockney. I mean, I don't know how to do British at all, but, like, still. Cockney specifically. Oh, glorious, Amir. Tell us more. Maybe you won't be laughed at as much as before. Wise guy, you should watch the first 3 streams Tristan did if you haven't already. Only 2 people accessed the crime scene in that time. Grey Earl and Amir. Oh, the first 3 games. Yeah, those were unlisted, but I could list them now, although they're not that good. Yeah, but I didn't stream... I only streamed the, I like the animation. But yeah, I only streamed the, first game, and even then not the full first game, so you could, I mean, you know. And it's not that great, but, yeah. Yeah. I could list them. If any, yeah, the animation is indeed swag, but yeah, I'm just talking about. I was kind of planning on replaying the first three, actually recorded directly from my PC, but over again, as that would be the second time I played it as a whole. But I don't know. Only if people want to, because I should probably focus on just put them in a playlist, but keep them. All right, yeah. I'll put them in a playlist. Again, it's not the full first game, but yeah, I'll put them in the playlist later on. And yeah, again, if anyone even wants to see that, I may replay just the full first three games, because, I mean, they were really good games, you know? And since I've already played them, it's not like it would take that long to beat them, but yeah. Anyways, only 2 people accessed the crime scene in that time, Grey Earl and Amir. Believe it or not, Amir is the key witness in this case. Witness testimony, alright. What happened to the first game videos? What about them? I never... Don't you remember? We'll watch it when I have finished the anime. You should probably watch the games thing first, but yeah, if you recall correctly, if you remember, I couldn't stream for whatever reason, and you decided that if I couldn't stream, I may as well just play it on my own time and not even try to record it. So I think I beat the third case on camera, or almost got to it, and then the fourth and fifth case were all on my own, and so is the whole of Justice for All and the whole of Trials and Tribulations. So I have the first 3 cases played. Yeah. So yeah. And if I remember, I'm skipping past the entire testimony to save time and just go straight to cross-examination. Wait, what? Mr. Amir, you said the butler didn't enter the crime scene? Yep. He never set foot in there. The moment he saw Belduke, he told me to stand guard till the Knights of the Inquisition arrived. And then, off he went. What a resourceful apprentice that alchemist has, I thought to myself. I almost feel sorry for you, Sir Blue Knight. After all, your suspect couldn't have tampered with the crime scene. That can't be true. Defense, please proceed with the interrogation. Yes, Your Honor. I broke down the door and saw the alchemist slumped in his chair. Gave me a jolt. Alright. Hold it! Before you smashed the door, did you check that it was really locked? I think after you beat Danganronpa 1 in the crossover, you should replay the trilogy on your PC and call it Tristan Frost Plays the AA Trilogy Revised Edition. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Yep. And that'll be my... Yeah, I don't... I want to get to the later Ace Attorney games so that I can conceivably get the series done, seeing as how I've gotten nowhere, but at the same time... Yeah. I don't know. I'll see what's convenient. But yeah, that sounds like a decent plan. And again, it probably shouldn't take that long to beat them, seeing as how I know everything that should happen. Although I will note that I was replaying Rise from the Ashes, as I don't know why, it's my favorite case of the trilogy, and I couldn't get the right objection. Like, I couldn't find the right evidence, because I just completely forgot. So there may still be some stuff I'm blind about because of my horrible memory, but yeah. And how the original stream says Tristan Frost Plays the AA Trilogy the original cut, yeah. Yeah, I'll probably do that, because, you know, I couldn't just pick up where I left off, because then the streams would be of a higher standard, and then the start of it would just be really bad. I should probably just, yeah, makes sense. Of course I did! Alright, no one's saying anything. I should probably turn the volume up. Fun fact, Rise from the Ashes actually takes place after the third... Takes place after the third game, as in... It takes place, or you mean... Like, I know it came out after the third game, but I thought it takes place before Rise from, but no, not right. Justice for All is actually. I need to focus on the game, but I didn't. I thought it was, huh. We tried to get it open without resorting to brute force, but it wouldn't budge. So I went to fetch me lovely little axe. His wooden enemy stood tall and still, yet Emil sprang forth. It was overkill. Did you think I lied about the door being locked? No, of course not. Boy, she's so sharp she might cut herself. Or me, most likely. Most likely me. Yeah. You might cut yourself with your own hair, to be honest, dude. So then I went inside. The alchemist was slumped in his chair. While we're at it, allow me to confirm something. When you entered the room, did the victim look the way he does in the sketch? Yep, that's it. Spot on. Nicely drawn, too. You know, at first I didn't know if he was really dead. He looked like he just passed out or something. Tired from his research. Someone said something.
Hang on!
Miss Grey Earl, may I ask you something? Yes, what is it? What do you think about Mr. Amir's testimony? Excuse me. There's nothing amiss. However, Mr. Wright. Alright, so Grey Earl's just gonna have Celeste's voice, I think. In the timeline, the first game ends after the Edgeworth case, then AA2 ends after the last case, but the final case of AA3 is Rise from the Ashes. Huh. I see. There's nothing amiss. However, Mr. Wright, I can tell what you are thinking. You can? Well, let's see if you're right. When he entered the room, Mr. Amir didn't notice that Mr. Belduke was dead. On the other hand, I ran straight away to the call of the Knights of the Inquisition, and so, you suspect that I knew beforehand that the Master was dead. That's what you're thinking. Your face is like an open book. But isn't that what actually happened? No, I knew something was wrong, because Master had very fine manners. I would never sleep in his chair. When I saw him like that, I was struck with a very bad realization. Realization is probably closer to how an actual British person would say it, but regardless, I felt certain that something terrible had happened. I have heard about you. The word is that you're very collected and perceptive. It would seem to be the case. Essentially, skip Rise from the Ashes in AA1, then play it after being AA3. It's weird, I know. Huh. Yeah. I guess. I mean, I guess that would explain how in the beginning, he mentions Trey. I don't know. Yeah. Interesting. It would be more appropriate to call her calculating. Somehow, I feel like you're not paying me enough attention here. No, we're paying you too much attention, I'd say. That matters not, witness. Let us proceed with the cross-examination. Matters not, hey? No need to be so rude about it. Butler, to call the Knights of the Inquisition. He never entered the study.
Hold it!
Are you sure the butler didn't enter the crime scene? What? I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, like I said, he didn't set foot in that room. I went in and sort of didn't know what to do, but the butler sussed out the situation in the blink of an eye. He told me to stand guard, and then he ran out. She went to call the Knights of the Inquisition, is that correct? That's correct. I went to the nearby garrison.
We have the records of when the crime was reported. They match the witness testimony.
Oh wait, no, why did I do it like that? He doesn't have the gravel. He doesn't have the gravel either, but I don't know how else to make him sound older. Okay, alright. I'll try to be more consistent.
I returned to Master Belduke's house with 2 knights. I began an investigation immediately, taking away Master's research materials and concoctions.
Yeah.
In the end, I wasn't able to enter that room that day.
There can be no doubt about it. She is the alchemist. She is the alchemist's apprentice. She was under close observation following the incident. Poor Tristan. Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that.
So, in the end, she didn't have access to the crime scene at all on that day, huh? By the way, what were you doing at that time?
Huh? What? Me? What did I do then? Ah, yeah. I was asked to keep an eye on things. So I went to have a bit of a look at everything.
His voice will fall apart. It already has.
Hold it!
What were you having a look at?
Well, I was being asked to take care of the crime scene, wasn't I? So I had to, make sure everything was in order. I mean, you know.
Do you remember Doodly Doo? Oh. Wait, are you talking about that Markiplier remix, or is that you mean something else?
It's not like I went wild with excitement after being left in a real alchemist room full of mysterious stuff.
I'm sure you didn't, Mr. Sticky Fingers.
And besides, she asked me to look for something, so I was doing that too.
What? That sounded like a girl's voice, so it had to be her.
Hang on!
Miss Grey Earl, you look lost in thought. Doodly Doo was a commenter. Nope. I was thinking of the Markiplier remix. Doodly Doo, sprinting down the hallway, doodly doo, that.
Oh, were you talking to me?
Even she can be caught off guard. If I choose the right moment, I think she did that on purpose. Myself, but whatever. You have been listening to Mr. Amir's testimony, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
He was asked to look for something. It was you who asked him, I assume. What did you tell him to look for?
I think you're mistaken. I don't remember making any request of that sort.
Huh?
Oi, Bluey. Were you even listening to what I said? It was a lady that asked me. The butler is a guy, you... No, the butler's a guy, you numbskull.
I thought it was her talking, because we switched to her. On April 1st, Tristan should just do a Hank Hill voice, and, yeah. April 1st, 2021. The year of Ace Attorney's 20th anniversary, 2021.
Hey, what's up? Why's everyone looking at me like that?
Because she is a she. I'm so used to she's turning out to be he's, so I read out a part of Shrek 1. I should read off the To Kill a Mockingbird script, and then get demonetized for saying the N-word. Although I don't monetize my videos. And stream a King of the Hill Newgrounds game. God damn it. Now I've got to stream a Newgrounds game. Damn it, Bobby. I'm trying to explain to you why I don't wanna. That doesn't sound as good as it usually does. It sounds like Elvis, but alright. Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Alright. Quite a while ago, we learned that the butler, Jean Grey Earl, is actually female. Well, that's why, when you said a lady asked you to search for something, we assumed it was Miss Grey Earl. What? Daydreaming, listening, but not hearing. That look of shock is almost endearing.
What the? Why didn't anyone tell me before?
Do you require a personal notification? You should have been listening to the trial.
Knights of the court. Squabbling with a witness is most unseemly.
Mrs. Hill, get down.
What I would like to know now is, who was the lady that made the request of Amir? Oh yeah, that was actually Miss...
What? No.
He's absolutely certainly talking about me.
No.
Oh, and you are?
I don't want another witness.
Oh, I'm Letty. Hang on a minute. I'll get down there post-haste.
I don't want another witness. There are too many witnesses already. For God's sake.
Miss Letty, who are you precisely?
Me? Who am I? I'm Letty Mailer. I'm the courier.
The courier? Courier is my favorite font. Honestly.
A courier is a person who collects and delivers letters or packages.
I know. Thanks anyway, Espella. I wish you'd stop misreading my mind. I wish you'd just stop reading my mind in general. Hold on, Miss Mailer. Do you mean it was you who irresponsibly made such a request to that troublemaker?
Me? Me? Maybe, yes, I guess so. I asked him to help me find something. Outrageous! Why was I not informed of this? I guess no one told you. Maybe because you didn't ask? It seems we will need to ask you to testify, Miss Mailer. Explain to us how you were involved in this case.
Frankly, I would say I was involved in anything.
Now I'm in a tight spot. I bet it's because that guy said something weird about me. He's up on me, lady. Like the saying goes.
Propane, indeed.
If I'm going down, I'm taking you with me. Beats being in a pickle on your own, eh?
Gulp, 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 gulp. Epic game, indeed.
Now then, Miss Letty Mailer, testify about that day.
That voice could make windows shatter. What art style is best? This one, DR the Trilogy. In my personal opinion, I'd say Danganronpa, because it's the most, I don't know, it's the most out there, I guess. I mean, you don't think of it as you're playing, but if you do think about it harder, it's the most unique out of all of these, you know? Like, this is kind of an extension of general Ace Attorney, just in 3D, and Ace Attorney is just a sort of general art style. But Danganronpa is the most unique, in my opinion. And, yeah. Also, I really like how in Danganronpa it's so technically dated, but you don't mind, because it feels like it's part of the style. Like, the mixing of 3D and 2D is somewhat awkward, but it's truly unique, and I think... Yeah, DR is the most anime style, yeah. I mean, all of them have a somewhat anime style, but that's probably the closest to, you know... Yeah, I should probably show... they'll leave eventually, but yeah. Yeah, I'd say that's my favorite. What's yours?
Hold it!
Oh. Yeah, it's a bit odd, but I like the mixing of 2D and 3D, because again, it makes it unique. I mean, this game is fully 3D, Ace Attorney is for the most part 2D, but that's like half and half. Yep. You mean you came to pick up a letter from Sir Belduke?
Yes, I was told by Sir Belduke that it'd be ready in the morning. What's more, he said it was extremely important.
Dia's my favorite too. Nicey. Nice.
I felt a sense of duty surging within me.
Alright, who has spoken? Well, why is it always her?
Hang on!
Miss Grey Earl, I have a question.
Yes, what is it?
Did anything catch your attention during Miss Mailer's statement?
Nothing in particular. At any rate, to begin with, I was not aware of the fact that the courier visited us that day. Ah, that's right. You weren't there when I arrived. And once I found the letter, I left immediately.
Did you know about this letter, witness?
I would never pry into the master's personal matters, such as his correspondence.
Is Grey Earl's kind of like a female Sebastian? Kinda. Not really, no. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
Well, that should conclude the testimony.
Please, let it conclude the testimony.
So now we know there was a third witness. But Miss Mailer only came to pick up a letter. That doesn't help us much, does it? Well, perhaps there's more to it than meets the eye.
A letter, huh? Belduke was about to send a letter to someone before he was killed. It may not be relevant to this case, but something about that is bothering me. Maybe it's worth asking Letty about it.
I broke down the door and saw the alchemist slumped in his chair, gave me a jolt. The butler hurried to call the Knights of the Inquisition. He never arrived at the study. What did I do then? Ah, yeah, I was asked to keep an eye on things. So I went in to have a look at everything. Oh, that made me pretty drowsy. So I went and took a little nap on the couch. Sir Belduke said he'd have a letter to send, so I came by to pick it up.
Int. Alright, it's here. Okay. I only have one more hint coin left, so don't worry, I can't cheat anymore past this. I guess this is it?
Objection!
I'm not sure why it's it. It seems like it's just confirming what she said, but whatever. The letter you found that morning. Was it, by any chance, this one here? Tristan, who's your favorite character in Ace Attorney? I remember when I had to answer this earlier, it was, just Phoenix, because he was, like, the most, he had the best lines, right? He was a normal guy with sarcasm and a cynical edge. Now I think it's probably closer to Edgeworth and Maya, because they're more out there, right? Edgeworth is like an academic genius who's also, you know, he's just odd. He's an odd man with many character traits, and it just makes him more interesting than Phoenix, who's just normal overall. Not that he's a bad character. And Maya's like is so full of energy, it's hard to not love her. So I'll say just Edgeworth, because he's like the most layered, I'd say. Gumshoe, Edgeworth, Maya, yeah. And Gumshoe's kind of like the male Maya, so yeah. I'd say if I had to have two, although Edgeworth comes on top, it's Edgeworth first, Maya second. I don't know. Maybe, again, Phoenix is such a, like, good protagonist. He is pretty high up there, but I'd say Edgeworth and Maya are just more out there, so yeah.
Ah! Yes, that's the one. But wait, how did you get it? You're a piece of work after all, right? A work all right.
Listen there. It's glorious. It's the original. It's the original objection in glorious orchestral music. It's so good. bask in its glory. I mean, just listen to that. Come on.
Objection!
Hold it, Sir Blue Knight. How did you come by that letter?
It just sort of fell into my lap, so to speak. It was the professor who found it, but he doesn't need to know that.
Defender, just what in the world are the contents of that letter?
Well, the letter's blank.
What? All this fuss over a blank letter?
As you can see, there are some sheets of parchment inside the envelope.
Indeed, and there's not a trace of ink on them. What is the meaning of this?
Don't forget that Sir Belduke was an alchemist. He may have used some kind of invisible ink to write that letter.
Indeed, that would make sense. About that, it doesn't make sense to me. What?
Miss Mailer?
The thing is, when I saw that letter, all the pages were full of writing, so you know.
Objection!
Hold it, witness. You saw the contents of Sir Belduke's letter? I didn't read it. It's just that, you see... Witness, this is an important matter. You will need to testify about it. Tell us what you know about this letter.
And right, I skip until the cross-examination.
I see. So you witnessed the victim write the letter?
I wouldn't say witness, that sounds so legal. The sheets of parchment were on his desk, though, I saw that. And they were covered in writing, margin to margin. Epic, welcome.
But you didn't know what the letter was about? Tell you would be a breach of privacy policy. I can't reveal its contents, or who it was addressed to. Oh, of course, I understand. Frankly, I didn't get close enough to Sir Belduke's desk. So I couldn't make out what he was writing.
The original trilogy is the best, hands down. Maryland Ball. I don't know who you are, but welcome. I see you're an Ace Attorney fan as well. I'm here just playing the crossover for no reason, and I need to get it done quickly so that I can get on to the actual important stuff.
In any case, where did you find the letter the morning after the victim was found dead?
On a shelf, next to his desk, in a small letterbox.
Ah yes, right there, next to his head. I was a teeny bit scared, though, coming close to a dead man. So that's where she took the letter.
What? Hi? Need to wait for him to shut the door, or shut it?
No, just wait. I'll be right back.
This is gonna be a journey just to wait for him to shut the door.
Now that the circumstances are clear, we shall proceed to the cross-examination.
This game is like Sonic and the Black Knight.
That night, probably about 1 a.m., I made a delivery to Sir Belduke.
Hold it!
That's pretty late to be making a delivery.
Look, he's an alchemist. He gets loads of strange packages, that's why.
Tristan getting his relative to shut the door is an epic anime arc, indeed.
He'd often order various implements from the glass craftsman, or have someone gather wild herbs for him. He usually carried out his experiments at night, so yeah, he often needed items discovered in the middle of the night.
Did Sir Belduke seem at all different than normal when you saw him that night?
Different? Let me think. Actually, yes. I think it was about 3 days before Sir Belduke's death, I mean. That lightning struck.
What? It's her again, isn't it? Oh, Lord.
Hang on!
Excuse me, Miss Grayle?
Oh, what is it?
Did anything in Miss Mailer's statement catch your attention?
Well, just a lightning strike. Master Belduke did certainly change following that event. I wonder why it affected him so much.
An alchemist and the sudden appearance of an old bell tower. Could there be some sort of a connection between them? The lightning strike at the clock tower at 10:04, indeed. Anyway, it looks like Rare is as much in the town about this as I am. By the way, that strange lightning strike was not the result of witchcraft. I see. Well then, let us carry on.
He was writing a letter at the time. It'll be ready soon, so come pick it up tomorrow morning. That's what he said.
Oh, no.
Hold it!
You saw the letter he was writing?
I told you before, there were sheets of parchment with writing on them on his desk,
my lord.
I had a very quick look. There were so many sheets. The letter must have been very long. Then how can you explain this letter being blank now? That's just it. That's what I'd like to know as well.
I wish I had some earplugs.
Sir Belduke, he was holding a pen when I arrived with the delivery, so he was in the middle of writing. And also, he told me to pick up the letter next morning.
And then you left his study.
I left his study and wished the butler a good night. Then I went home. Oh, crap, I just hit the microphone again.
I always do that, don't I?
Wait a minute.
Wait, no. When you say the butler, you mean...
Miss Grayle, of course. She was in the corridor, carrying a tray.
It's you again, isn't it? Good lord. How Am I When I Watch Anime 2 is the worst sequel. It had no plot, no new things, and no original story to resolve the ending of the first plot. 10 out of 10. It's a bad sequel, but you give it 10 out of 10? Interesting.
Hang on!
Oh, this is the epic moment. Miss Grayle, I'd like to ask you something.
Oh, certainly. What is it?
You stated previously that you excused yourself and left Sir Belduke's study shortly after 1 a.m.
Yes, that is correct.
However, according to Miss Mailer's testimony, the two of you came across each other while you were waiting outside that room.
Why didn't you mention that until now? That's because... I apologize. I'm afraid I completely forgot to mention it.
You forgot?
Miss Mailer very often comes with deliveries during the night. I did see her that night as well, but I didn't think much of it. As it's nothing unusual, I had no reason to hide that from you. Please forgive me for the confusion.
Well, that kind of thing can happen. Human memory is in no way perfect. I don't imagine there's a problem here, is there? On the contrary, Your Honor. There's one more thing Miss Gray Earl forgot to mention.
What is it?
I'd like you to recall what Miss Mailer said about having met Miss Gray Earl that night.
Miss Gray Earl, of course. She was in the corridor, carrying a tray.
Carrying a tray. Well, Miss Gray Earl, apparently you were carrying a tray at the time. What do you have to say about that?
Jean Grey Earl, I believe you should add that to your testimony.
As you wish, my lord. It's unlikely she really forgot about it. The fact she tried to hide it must mean something. Miss Mailer left just as I was bringing Master his usual drink.
Hold it!
What do you mean by usual drink? Maybe she poisoned the drink, maybe? I don't know, man. When Master's experiments continued in the late hours, he would always have some juice to ward off his sleepiness. What kind of juice? Tomato juice. Tomato juice.
Hang on!
Excuse me, mister?
Mister! What? I know nothing about it. Nothing. Nothing at all.
Witness, what have you done this time?
Don't give me that scary look. Inquisitor Bottom. It was only just a little bit. Seriously, hardly anything at all.
What are you talking about?
Huh? What do you think I'm talking about? Juice. The tomato juice, of course.
The tomato juice?
Oh, you didn't... Surely even you wouldn't.
Well,
like I told you before, I think I sort of overdid it a bit the previous night. When I woke up, my head was pounding. That's why I went to see the alchemist. But you know what happened. And when I was left alone in the alchemist's study, it kind of caught my eye. The bottle, I mean.
the tomato juice.
I thought it might make the headache go away, you know?
So you drank it?
The juice found at the crime scene?
Oh, so it couldn't have been poison.
Well, why shouldn't I? It's a drink, ain't it? What else do you think with a drink? Do with a drink? You drink it, right? And can you tell us where that bottle is now?
Come to think of it, I don't remember seeing it at the crime scene. BRB for 3 minutes. Alright, welcome back.
It has been confiscated. Confiscated?
As I mentioned previously, the occult crime analyst confiscated all of Master's personal belongings from the crime scene.
Is that so? Well, I believe we should take note of that bottle and add it to the court record.
Tomato juice bottle. Brought to Belduke before his death. Emir drank some of the juice the following day.
Yeah, so that was having a bit of juice when the gat girl came round. To tell you the truth,
There's no Angela in existence with green hair. What? Bruh.
I don't quite remember what happened after that.
That's when he passed out, huh? I went there again the next morning, as I promised. So Belduke was... Well, anyway, I looked for the letter.
Hold it!
You took the letter from the crime scene? That's right. I took it from the crime scene.
Objection!
Do you not realize that pinching evidence from a crime scene is itself a crime worthy of severe punishment? Well, it might be a crime scene, sure, but just look at the witch's defender.
He's got to defend a witch, using any dirty tricks at his disposal.
Oh. Dirty tricks? What dirty tricks?
It's the same for me, you know? I'm a courier. So come rain or shine, I've got to deliver. Where there's mail, there's mailer. I was so inspired by the young lady's spirit that I kind of just had to help. Although inspired by her dedication, he betrayed a lack of concentration. It is entirely my fault that it came to that. Had I only been at the residence then.
Grey Earl was out notifying the knights at the time.
Then that guy went out like a light on the couch. I got so scared, so I left as soon as I found the letter.
Hold it!
He went out like a light?
He was helping me look for the letter, and then it happened. Out of the blue, he just passed out, the rascal. He collapsed, and his eyes rolled back. He wouldn't move.
It almost sounds like he died.
No such luck, unfortunately. That horrible sound. He was grating his teeth. I thought my ears would explode. Yep, not sure what came over me. Never happened to me before, sleeping like that. You know, I did just fall asleep. More like I sort of blacked out, I guess.
No idea what. Wait.
Oh, you guys, what do you think? Any ideas?
Wait a second. Maybe I was right about the tomato juice being... Alright, you know what? I won't spoil it for anyone in case I'm right. If I'm not right, I'll bring it up.
I think it bears no relevance.
And there you have my honest answer.
And I think it's good that I wasn't there.
But the question is, why did he black out like that? I've got an idea. No, I did not mean to hit that. I'm back, I believe. Welcome back. But it's really odd, even for the guy to just suddenly fall unconscious, but I don't think I have any evidence to show what might have caused it. No.
Mr. Wright, maybe we could use some more information.
No. I know. I think Luke may be right. And I think that's what the professor is trying to tell us, too. He's not doing anything. To me, it looks like he's demanding I find the answer right this second. For now, it's probably best to gather some more info, like Luke said. No. That courier sure is committed to her work. We're just plain crazy.
Mr. Wright, this testimony raises more questions than answers, does it?
I know what to do. I know what to do.
So Belduke wrote that letter the night before his death, and now it's blank.
Oh, man.
That's a mystery, all right.
But there's something else unusual in what she said.
When she said that guy fell unconscious at the crime scene, she meant Mr. Amir, right?
Yeah, I have an idea. I just hit the wrong button. I know what to do.
He said himself that he felt a surge of drowsiness at the time, but still, maybe it's worth looking into the reason behind that drowsiness.
What could have made him suddenly pass out and sleep like a log in a dead man's room?
Oh, I think I know what it might have been.
That's right, Luke. There's a certain piece of evidence that might be related here. Yes, I know what it is. I suppose I should present that evidence and test out my little theory.
Let's try it, Mr. Wright.
Alright. I know what to do.
Hold it!
I think I know. Your Honor, I might have a clue as to why this witness suddenly lost consciousness.
You do? Really? Did you work it out, Bluey? If that's the case, may the defense present some evidence. Which piece of evidence shows why this man fell unconscious?
It's the tomato juice.
Take that!
Mister, I believe the reason you might have lost consciousness at the crime scene is tied to a certain piece of evidence.
But wasn't it just because, you know, I had a bit too much fun the night before?
No, it was because of
this.
the tomato juice. You passed out right after drinking this juice. Therefore, it's not unreasonable to assume that there's a direct connection between the two.
Tomato juice does not make people fall unconscious, Sir Blue Knight.
Exactly. That's why something must have been added to the contents of that bottle. Something like a superific. Soporific? Tomato juice looking AA5. Oh, tomato juice looking ass.
You mean sleep medicine?
And if a soporific was mixed in with the tomato juice, that means Sir Belduke would have been unconscious at the time he was assailed. Oh, and that explains the lack of struggle. Tomato juice is unswag, apparently so.
The sketch! Have another look. The red liquid trickling down from the victim's mouth is proof that Sir Belduke must have drank the tomato juice. I had failed to consider this.
Inquisitor Barnum, I bet you remember saying this to the court. Can you imagine anyone just sitting back and letting themselves be strangled? Clearly, there should be evidence of a struggle. And since we haven't found any, that must mean the killer erased all traces of a fight from the crime scene. However, if the victim was unconscious when his assailant was strangling him, then the killer could have committed the crime through a small portal, big enough to put their arms through after all.
Objection!
That may be so, but tell me this. How would the culprit have managed to obtain such a strong superific?
It was very simple, and I think you've realized why. Because their master was an alchemist. From the alchemist. That's right, an alchemist would no doubt have a wide array of various medicaments in their possession. Medicaments, I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce that. Yeah. I don't know. And an apprentice would have little trouble stealing some of them from their study. Isn't that right, Miss Grayer?
How should I respond to that? I am sorry to disappoint you, may perhaps be the best way to put it. What do you mean?
Even though that juice bottle has been safely stored for the past 3 months, I'm positive it would be impossible to find any traces of that soporific now.
You wicked... This is unbelievable. Was it really the butler who did it?
But everything she says holds true. A series you should do after you beat all of A and DR is MGS, Metal Gear Solid, maybe.
She was pretending to be a boy. That's mighty suspicious to begin with. Mighty suspicious. Is she a witch?
No. Just let me get this trial over with. I've done this for like 7 episodes already. It hasn't been that long, but still.
Hold on, everyone. The butler couldn't have done that to Sir Belduke. She would never, ever do it. Please, let us testify just one more time. Miss Grayer, let's tell them. Let's prove they're wrong. That they have no idea how much you've done for Sir Belduke. Miss Mayer. Very well. I shall grant your request.
I want to object to this. I just want to get this over with.
Testify about the relationship between Miss Grayer and Sir Belduke.
Oh, God. Alright, time to skip. The first thing I'm going to do is search for contradictions instead of pressing everything.
It's true that Sir Belduke evoked fear due to him being an alchemist. However, he was also a man of admirable character, who supported the townsfolk through his research. Why would anyone want to kill such a man? This question keeps haunting me. However, much I think about it.
Witches need no reason behind their evil. That is what makes them witches. I agree.
Now, the defense may begin its interrogation.
Alright. Let's first read through all these and then look through the evidence. No, I'll read through the evidence first, then go, okay. Case outline, behind the painting, floor plan, Talia Magica, golden Layton, blank letter, crime scene sketches, and the tomato juice bottle. Alright.
Master took me in, a complete stranger. I will forever be indebted to him. That's why I could never make an attempt on his life through magic or otherwise. Her Belduke was a wonderful man. He's the one who recommended this line of work to me.
He may be a bad guy then.
And he's the one who told me about it. The confidentiality obligation, I mean. I've never broken it once. I've never once broken it.
I don't, Yeah, I'm not quite sure of what exactly they would be. I think it's just safe to press on everything, as usual.
Hold it!
How long has it been since you began serving Sir Belduke?
I suppose it would be 5 years now. Before that, I'd lost everything. I had nothing and nobody left in this world.
You lost everything?
That's when Master Belduke helped me. He kindly took me in and gave me work.
What did she go through before she started working for Belduke?
Later, when I was helping Master with his research, he even taught me how to read and write. I was able to live comfortably for so long, all because of Master.
I don't know much about Grey Earl. But she doesn't seem the type to kill someone she owes so much to. Everyone in this town knows how you serve Sir Belduke. Now, you may continue your testimony. Yeah, he wants to get things moving along, I can respect that. And he's not a jerk about it either, he's calm. He doesn't seem like he's trying to move things along. He just is. You're claiming you had no reason to kill Sir Belduke. I keep pressing that for some reason, I don't know why. Yes, you can ask whomever you wish, and I'm sure they will say the same. That is so. It is widely known that Jean Grey Earl was devoted to serving Sir Belduke. It's difficult to imagine that she could brutally murder her respected master.
Indeed, I am of the same opinion. I have visited Sir Belduke on several occasions to inquire about this piece of evidence or that, and I must say I felt there was a strong bond of trust between him and Miss Grey Earl.
Do you still think you can come up with a motive? A motive? Jean Grey Earl's motive for murder? Grey Earl risked a lot to conjure up a small portal in the wall. And then she killed Belduke. But what motive did she have? Suggest a motive for murder. Suggest another motive. Leave it for now. Alright, you know what? Let's suggest a motive for murder. Let's get this show on the road. I understand. The defense will present evidence. Evidence to indicate Jean Grey Earl's motive for murder? Precisely.
The defense shall now present evidence. What was Jean Grey Earl's motive for murder?
Alright. Go Layton, blank letter. I'm probably in over my head here, but, maybe there's no evidence at all. Again, I'm probably in over my head. We'll just say this.
Take that!
And it's not it. That's the evidence. Now,
tremble in awe at the power of my reasoning.
It's not right.
Can you repeat that last bit? I'm afraid I misheard. Even I have never used a catchpenny line like that. Well, I trembled a little. Oh, those chilling stares are giving me the shivers. Mr. Wright, no matter how cold everyone else might be towards you, I'll always stay on your side. Presenting that evidence was a big mistake. Trying to show off was an even bigger one. The one who ought to tremble is you, Sir Blue Knight. Ah! Ah.
Right, next time I should save once I'm given the option. Oh no. It was this, wasn't it?
Take that!
Oh god. What have I done to myself?
Objection!
Alright, it's time to skip past everything. God, good lord. Why have I done this to myself? I am a fool. A foolish fool. Oh, hold on a second, sorry. What does Layton do? He's a detective investigator, like Phoenix does sometimes. As you can guess, Phoenix is an attorney for the most part. Apparently you cannot read. Yeah, apparently. Can't you save at will? I can save at will, it's just that I didn't think to save at will, so now I have to skip past everything and get to the point I was at. Okay, alright. I pressed somewhere. Uh-huh. Okay, so just press on this specifically. Yeah, right. Right, okay.
Hold it!
Alright, so let's get to where we were.
Hang on! Oh? But...
Me.
I've decided I will make pancakes at 12 a.m. This is a hard choice to make. Alright, well, have fun making pancakes at 12 in the morning. Can't say it's a smart idea, but, you know, whatever. It's an idea. Wait, hold on. I need to present the evidence at that point. Alright, yeah. Alright, so I don't think the answer actually is presenting evidence of motive at that point.
Objection!
I think you're actually required to find out more information first. If not, I'll know. But yeah. I'm not gonna present evidence there because I have a feeling I'll get it wrong.
Objection!
I found a new meme template in one of Tristan's thumbnails. Which one was it? Alright, you see, this was it, I remember. I say I have evidence, I present the tomato juice, and, yeah. Alright. So, you see, the reason why this felt longer than it should have is because all the times when Grey Earl was reacting to stuff were just not, like, needed. Fanfic with Andaloin, oh no. Yeah. Yeah, they just weren't needed. She just, yeah. Her reactions were not... Oh no. Oh no, are you telling me we don't have the... Oh god. What?
Take that!
Oh no. 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 God. No, 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 no. I should have saved. God. Okay, now I know what to do, because for some reason that... Alright, okay, I have to put that I don't have the evidence, because for some reason I didn't get the tomato juice this time. But there's evidence of there being tomato juice. Oh, God. God, why do I keep doing this? Okay, alright. I'll save... I'll just save everywhere I can think to save, then, because this is... God, come on. Alright, it was this. It was here. No, yes, it was here. Right. Yeah, it was here. Yeah, wasn't it? No. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it had to have been here.
Take that!
Okay. Come on, come on, come on.
Objection! Objection! Objection!
What part of his testimony was this? It was
Hold it!
It was the second to last I had to press. I was wrong. Press it. Press.
Hold it! Hang on!
My God.
Oh? But...
Right. Oh, right. I need to. No. Make me go through the whole thing again. No, stop skipping to the end, because then I have to skip through all this too, and it's annoying as heck. Come on. Okay, alright.
Objection! Objection! Objection!
Oh, wait, right. Come on. Actually, not just so. I know I'm safe. I'm gonna save again. And we've now been playing for 18 hours and 9 minutes. Truly interesting. Alright.
Hold it!
Again, I don't have the tomato juice evidence here, so I have to say that I don't have any evidence. Six hours left. Yeah. There should be, but I think I've probably wasted a lot of time here, so a lot of it has been included. I need to press someplace else. Alright, yeah.
Hold it!
And then someone else, and then her testimony is opened up, and then she brings in the tomato juice as evidence. Then we use that evidence to show that that's how he passed out.
Hang on! Hold it!
Yeah, we press her about the usual drink, then the tomato juice comes into the testimony because of him.
Hang on!
Alright. Yep. That's what was wrong that one time. Alright. Then we gotta press this.
Hold it!
Then we bring out the evidence there.
Take that! Objection!
Alright, hold on. Let me save here as well, so I don't have to do all this skipping again. No, I do not want to do that.
Hold it!
Oh wait, right. I already pressed this, so I don't need to read anything here.
Hold it!
You're claiming you had no reason to kill Sir Belduke.
Yes. Yes, you can ask whomever you wish. I'm sure they will say the same.
That is so.
It is widely known that Jean Greyl was devoted to serving Sir Belduke. It is difficult to imagine that she could brutally murder her respected master.
Indeed, I am of the same opinion. I have visited Sir Belduke on several occasions to inquire about the piece of the about this piece of evidence or that.
Yeah. I can't read. Ah, crap. Well, I can read, but not very well, apparently.
Do you still think you can come up with a motive?
A motive?
Jean Greyl's motive for murder.
Greyl risked a lot to conjure up a small portal in the wall. Alright. I need to save this again. I guess we have to suggest another motive then. I understand. The defense will present evidence. Evidence to indicate Jean Greyl's motive for murder? For murder? I didn't read that with a British accent. No.
Wait, what? What's this about, Sir Blue Knight?
Sir Belduke's life was taken that day. That's a fact. However, was this actually the culprit's true objective?
Objection!
Oh, so an accidental murder.
What? This is just nonsense. Sir Belduke was murdered. What other possible reason could there be besides someone wanting him dead?
I'm fairly positive this piece of evidence will lead us to the culprit's real motive.
Very well. Defense, present evidence.
To indicate Jean Greyl's motive for committing the crime. Alright, tomato juice, crime scene sketches, blank letter. Yeah, where's my hint? Alright, so it can be this. It can be this. It can be this. I feel like it has to be this.
Take that!
And it is. Miss Greyl had no reason for wanting to kill Sir Belduke. However, there was another incident that night which is related to this case. And I have an idea what it was. Another incident? I'm referring to this letter. Sir Belduke wrote a letter shortly before his death, yet all we have here are some blank sheets of parchment.
Fascinating. Are you saying maybe a witch used some kind of ink-removing magic on that letter, Mr. Wright?
No. The spell used by the witch was, of course, Godol. Let's go over the state of the crime scene one more time. As we know from Miss Mailer's testimony, the letter was in a letterbox next to the victim's head. Ah yes, it's in the sketch as...
Ah yes, it's in the sketch as well. The letterbox is on the far side of the shelf.
The point of note is the location of the letterbox.
Unbelievable.
As Inquisitor Barnum seems to have noticed, the letterbox is within reach of the small portal conjured by the witch, behind the painting on the wall.
Oh, indeed it is.
And, as Sir Belduke's butler,
you would have known exactly where he keeps his letters. Indeed, Master Belduke would always keep his letters in that letterbox before posting them. You mentioned no such thing. Miss Greer.
Alright, let me save. I have a feeling I may want to save somewhere else for some reason, but yeah, I'm saving.
You created a portal with Godor, not with the intention of killing Sir Belduke. You were after this letter, weren't you? That's merely wild conjecture. I didn't even know about that letter at the time.
You didn't? Now that's very strange. Is it really?
When Miss Mailer came by that night, Sir Belduke was busy writing that letter. And that's when you entered, carrying a bottle of tomato juice. There's no way you wouldn't have known that your master was writing a letter to someone, and you could have known even more than that. For instance, perhaps you knew what he was writing about. That's enough! I served Master Belduke as his butler. I would never have pried into his private affairs.
Personal, private, whatever.
Whatever it was, as he wrote about in his final letter to the storyteller.
Tristan, what is better, Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi? They both taste the same to me. I can't really testify to that.
It is no concern of mine.
Your Honor?
Yes, defense.
I'd like Miss Grey Earl's last statement to be added to her testimony. Any objections, Inquisitor Barnum?
No, my lord.
Very well.
Witness, include what you just told us about in your testimony. As you wish, my lord. I had no reason to take his life nor steal his letter to the storyteller.
Hold it!
Let me get this straight. You didn't know anything about the victim's letter?
That's right. I believe I have said as much already.
Then how did you know?
How did you know it was addressed to the storyteller?
Alright. Let's save here as well.
Ah, indeed.
Why don't you answer his question, witness? It's true this letter is addressed to the storyteller.
But when did you find out about it? I have spoken about his murder with many people over the past 3 months.
Hang on!
Excuse me, Miss Mailer, and I feel like I should probably just save right here, and yeah. I'm gonna save here and come to it later. I've gotten how much of this? How much have I played of this? I don't know. Would you like to exit now? Yes, I would. Anyways, I'll just have to check. It's been what? How long has it been? It's been an hour and 39 minutes. So I got a decent amount done, and I plan on playing this every day for 10 episodes, and hopefully that'll be. I mean, if I did more than an hour now, I feel like if I carry on the same way every single day for 10 days, including 10 episodes, then I should be able to beat the game and then just move on to Danganronpa and then move on to the actual important games of the series, meaning the 2 investigations and then the Apollo Justice trilogy. Yeah. The trilogy that features Apollo Justice, that is. And, yeah, I'm going to stop streaming, and I'll see you guys all in the next stream. Again, I plan on streaming this tomorrow. I might stream it for even longer than I did this, just to get caught up. Like, maybe really early on. I don't know. I want to get this done. Not because I don't like playing it, but just because there are more important Ace Attorney games, and I first started playing over a year ago, so, yeah. Good night, Tristan. Good luck on part 15, yes. Yeah, for anyone who knows what I'm talking about, I have a way around that because it's going to be saved for me for a while. I can save the video, hopefully, and hopefully edit out the bit that would, inflict with the, conflict with the guidelines. But yeah, we'll see.